Hello and welcome back to Jam the Cricket. It's been a hard week for us Indians because of the crushing defeat we had in England. But nevertheless, cricket is a game that still goes on. Great losses are always followed by great victories. In fact, I'm gonna talk about such a story which happened in history. Today we are gonna talk about the documentary directed by Stephen Riley. It's a sports documentary called Fire in Babylon. The story is about the ascension of the West Indies cricket from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. As you know, that West Indies from the period of 80 to 95 haven't lost a single test match, and no sports team on any sport has ever had such a run in the history of the sports. The documentary starts with West Indies cricket. I mean, people in West Indies, the Caribbean islands, just having, you know, been a lot went through a lot through colonization from the British, and there were revolutions going on. The black people were involved everywhere. Were looking for acceptance and to show that they're more than just slaves. They're identity crisis. A lot of things were happening back then, and like Muhammad Ali, West Indies cricket helped them to find their feet. People like Bob Marley were hugely supportive of this West Indies cricket team. In Fire in Babylon, the documentary starts with a young Clyde Lloyd leading a team to Australia, where people were hostile, like Australian crowd usually is, and people going to sold-out cricket matches where the audience just shouting from the galleries, Lily, 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 kill, kill, kill. It was a time the pace combo of Lily and Jeff Thompson, probably the fastest player and bowlers to ever play cricket, were playing a different level of cricket, which taught by other than what the British usually taught West Indies cricket team, which was for a long time playing cricket under the captaincy of White. So it was so gentlemanly till then. They had the calypso flair, singing songs. They were known as a calypso team, but it has a two meanings: calypso, collapse. So not just music. So West Indies wanted to change all that, but then Lily and Tomo bowled fearlessly, like bounces after ferocious bounces, which kept injuring them. And at one point of the series, Michael Holding just broke down and he was crying that this is not a gentleman game anymore. Battered by a 5-1 loss, Clive Lloyd returned back to West Indies and he was determined to find even faster bowlers from West Indies, and hence the quartet leading with Andy Roberts, Michael Holding, Colin Croft and Joel Garner. The most dangerous attack in the history of the game was formed. West Indies was determined to play the same breed of cricket, bouncing and hurting players no matter what they needed to win. The first team to visit West Indies after this formation was the Indian cricket team under the leadership of Sunil Gavaskar, I believe. So they tested this theory, and Sunil Gavaskar was so unhappy with this new unruly cricket that he actually walked out of a match and just presented the match to the West Indies cricket. But nevertheless, they won the series. They were going after that. They were touring England. Other than any other team they would play, they desperately wanted to defeat their old rivals, England. England was very were a place at those days where blacks were not welcomed. There was a lot of problems with poor people. There were no livelihood. People were suffering a lot in the country. And West Indies cricket was that's at a statement by Tony Greig said that he's gonna make the team trouble. They were absolutely furious, and that actually sparked in them, given the concentration. The full fastball was absolutely mercilessly bounced on her, were bowling body lines and injuring English batsmen. At a point of time, even the umpires had to step in and call the match off. Warn the bowlers to not to use these tactics. Nevertheless, West Indies won the series, and they were asked, now who's groveling? Whenever Tony Gregg went into bat, it was a sight to see his stumps fly away because they had really wanted to send in a message. And this was a new revival. This was the rise of a new team. Everybody was so fascinated by this. People thought that this was not everybody was appreciative of the way now when West Indies did it, but on the world over, on the global forefront, West Indies had something. They had a fight, and people like Gordon Greenwich were hitting the ball as hard as he could. He was removing this racism and with this answering it, the criticism with the bat. But even though they were playing on the sellout crowds, the players weren't hardly making any money. This is when Kerry Packer introduced the World Series cricket, where it was another rebel cricket, and West Indies players went to play there when for a bit of money. This prompted from them being resulted in them being banned from international cricket. West Indies board banned the players, but then people like Bob Marley, the reggae culture in West Indies, they had such a fan following that they demanded that West Indies be reinstated, this 17 players be reinstated, and they were eventually reinstated. Viv Richards goes on to say that they did what politicians they wouldn't do for them. As cricketers, they were recognized by everybody. Things were going well, then all of a sudden Colin Croft goes on to play cricket for the rebel South African. Now, remind you, it was during the year 1982. 1982 was a time where apartheid was going on. A lot of black people were being killed without reason, and it was very upsetting. A lot of West Indies players wanted were not happy with it. Richard was offered a huge money, but he didn't go and play. And there's some say it was a $1 million check, but we never know what was the real amount. Colin Croft went because he said that he wanted to take care of the family. So that split the deal. So at that time, Nelson Mandela thanked Viv Richards and said that you guys did a lot for the country and a lot for the black people globally. So that's when West Indies cricket realized that they were more than just a team now. They were like a lot of people looked upon them, just even even if they didn't follow cricket. Going back, there's one interesting fact that was shown in that though there's no country called West Indies, they were united by cricket and music, and Bill Richard was the poster boy. So when Clive Lloyd retired in '79, he went on handed over the captaincy to Viv Richards. So Viv Richards, as he started his captaincy in '80, like we said, under his reign, and after those who followed in '95, till then, a lot of great players passed by, but they were undefeated. They were the only team to win series in India and Pakistan, where others actually failed. So the story is amazing. I never thought it could be such a powerful story. The ascension of cricket. I mean, Colin Crawford was replaced by Malcolm Marshall, who broke his arm, and he was playing with this plaster, and he was bowling and he was batting one-handed, They won a series with him 5-0 in England. It was amazing. And at that England team was really strong. Ian Botham was there, Garver was there, Alan Lamb was there. They defeated a really strong uh, England team in '79. Nevertheless, after that series, cricket became a game of love because West Indies as a team were recognized. Amazing. That series put after that there was no grudge between English and the. In fact, it was whitewash 5-0 in '79, and it was called the blackwash. Now, entirely in England, the black people had more acceptance because of cricket, and that is the effect, that is the impact West Indies cricket had. Amazing story. So that's how the story pans, and it's a wonderful documentary. And as a cricketer and as someone who loves movies, I really enjoyed it. During the period to 80 to 95, West Indies fastball sent 40 batsmen to the hospital. Looking at it now and seeing the team today, it's a story for everybody. There, everybody was jealous of the West Indies cricket team because nobody had the fastballers. Even today, when we see the cartridge of Indian fastballers, the four of them actually bowled balls touching 90 miles in England. We would love to see more of pace. It was a time where there was no helmet, but to see fastballers, real African ethnic fastballers come with all rhythm and bowl with pace, that was wonderful. It's a wonderful documentary. Fire in Babylon is history, and you should really see it. If, it makes you understand the importance of cricket. It's like timeless, really timeless. So as a movie review, I would give this uh, documentary A plus, and I hope you enjoyed it. And please don't forget to subscribe, and obviously that will give me the motivation to do better. Thank you.